Today's Talk of the Town is sponsored by Rood and Riddle, Equine Hospital.
Well, you know what they say, an apple a day keeps the doctors away.
But when that doesn't work, where do the world's top equine athletes come? Rood and Riddle. Today we're at Rood and Riddle Equine Hospital. We're kind of pulling back the curtain on what happens to horses when they come to a hospital facility like this. And with us we have Dr. Katie Garrett. Hi, Katie.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Well, we're really excited. We're so impressed by the scale of this place. And so tell everybody what you do here.
So what I do here, I work in the hospital. We have people who work in our hospital and then out in the field going out to actually see the horses. But I work in our clinic facility and I'm the director of diagnostic imaging here.
And you all do all kinds of imaging. We're standing in front of a machine right now, and I'm so surprised to learn that some of these machines are the same that are used for humans. Talk about some of the differences.
Yeah, so most of our equipment, it is what's made for people because that's what's the best, and we want to be able to provide the best quality of care. So that's what we do is you could have had a CT in this exact machine, not this exact one, because now we can only use this one for horses, but one very similar to this. And that lets us really make sure that we're at the cutting edge of technology. So we just have to be a little bit more creative about how we use it because we can't just say to the horse, great, we'll lie down on this table and you're gonna hold your breath and lie still. So we do have to be somewhat more innovative about how we encourage them to do these things. Sometimes we have to use general anesthesia. But in general, that's actually kind of a fun part of the job is figuring out, well, how can we use this really great technology that's available for people and repurpose it for horses so that we can get that information for our patients too.
Right, and talk to us about PET scans. Now you have PET scans available for equine.
We do, and so for people, you often hear about PET scan being used in cancer imaging to try and find metastases. And luckily for us, horses don't get cancer very often. But what the PET scan does is it's a little bit different than some types of imaging because, you know, when we think about radiographs or x-rays, we're looking at the structure of the bones. What PET scan lets us do is look at the actual functional properties of the tissue. So we can look for increased metabolic activity in a tendon or a ligament, or probably in horses, more importantly, the bone. So essentially what we can do is we can ask the bone, hey, are you being overloaded? Are you having to work too hard to do your job? And then if we can find those areas, we can say, oh, okay, well, we need to give this horse a little bit of a break. So it's a way of identifying injuries before they become more serious at an earlier stage. They can usually have a better prognosis. The horses can come back to racing or jumping or whatever they do, because unlike people, the horse can't actually say to us, hey, so my leg hurts and it hurts right here when I do this. We have to be a little bit more creative in how we figure it out. So our diagnostics, we have to be a little bit more problem solvers.
Yeah, right. Detectives even.
Yes, exactly.
Right. To get to the source of it. Rood and Riddle is known worldwide for its highly skilled and innovative treatment of horses. And with us today, we have Dr. Alan Ruggles, and he is a premier orthopedic surgeon. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. I'm happy to talk about things and however we can, inform people about what we do here is great.
Yeah, because a lot of people at home think that when a horse gets injured, that maybe its racing career is over, but that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, absolutely. There are lots of injuries that happen, just like in human athletes or running back or, a basketball player that get injured and come back. And the same with horses. I mean, there's some injuries that are very significant. It prevents the horse from returning at that level. And I mean, that the level of return to an elite athlete is quite high. So, if I was operating on your golden retriever and it can jump on the bed again, you'd be pretty happy, right? But if a horse has to maintain the same speed, that's a real tall ask. But regardless of that, there are many injuries they come back from, and that's kind of what we do here.
Exciting.
And what are some of the technologies that are out there right now to improve safety?
Yeah, so it's really incremental. Probably the biggest technology, and it's really not technology, is our people, and it's a diligence of the industry. And I think what gets lost is how dedicated the caregivers for horses are, not just, in the local barn, but in the racing environment. And so there's a lot of regulation, very strict regulation, more so than we have in other, for human athletes. There's lots of testing for compounds, both in and out of competition. There's strict examinations of horses before they get on the track. the horse is going to have a fast work in Kentucky, they need to have be signed off by their attending veterinarian that the horse is fit to do that. So, that's one of the biggest things. Now, of course, there's, newer technologies like PET scans you may have heard about. And obviously we do a lot of nuclear scintigraphy, which detects bone stress.
Gosh, I learned so much today. I mean, this place is amazing.
Awesome. Did you hear that? It's a horse calling. I think he needs me. I'm coming.
You're not a vet.
Today's Talk of the Town was sponsored by Rood and Riddle Equine Hospital.
Such an eye-opening experience over there. All of the information for Rood and Riddle Equine Hospital is up on the screen.